Hola guys, happy Wednesday. If you hear crunching, it's Fuzzball back there eating. I just came in from the streets. We're expecting really bad weather to creep up here in the next few hours and then all day tomorrow. I mean, I already got the tornado watch alerts on my phone for my area and flash flooding alerts for my area, and it didn't even start to rain yet. But they're predicting damaging hail. I'm gonna have to go try, and I can't remember where my fat Sherpa quilt is, which is what I drape over my sunroof and the whole car. It's pretty big. It covers the whole car. I can't remember where it was or what I did with it, but that's what I wanted to drape over my car because I don't want my sunroof busted. I don't want anything busted, but I'm parched. It is so humid, guys. I digress. The weather's supposed to get really bad here in the next few hours, so I hit the streets early. Before it all happens, it already started to sprinkle some. I went to Dollar Tree and Aldi and the little Mexican grocery store across the way because Big Dude and I were talking about how much I miss cooking. I really miss cooking, and because of Little Dude, you know, with his food aversion and sensory issues with his autism and food. Y'all have heard me, if y'all been with me a while, y'all know how I'm stuck making the same thing over and over again. And while nobody complains about it, I miss just mixing it up some. And we were talking about things we missed eating, like fried pork chops and meatloaf and mashed potatoes and stuff like that. And I can make that, but I have to make sure that whatever I make, I can tweak into a second meal for Little Dude. And that's just the way it is, and that gets old, and sometimes it's just not possible. You can't make 2 meals out of what I know and am guaranteed Little Dude will eat. And Little Dude honestly has lost 5 pounds. I think it's a growth spurt, and I noticed he looked taller. I didn't notice that he looked leaner, and that's because I see him all the time. But when my sister saw him on Mother's Day, she said, "Baby, have you lost weight? Your face looks so thin." And I automatically panic. When Little Dude loses weight, I panic. Because if he loses any weight, it all of a sudden just bottoms out and he ends up failure to thrive, malnourished. It goes really bad, really fast for him once he starts to lose weight. We finally got him to the perfect healthy weight at 114, which isn't perfect. He should weigh more than that. But for his height, his weight, his medical condition, his intestinal issues and everything, 114 pounds was amazing. His little arms filled out and everything. His doctor, his GI was so excited, so happy. Actually weaned him off one of his medications, said if he starts to lose weight, put him back on. He's going back on. I've been trying to feed him extra, adding extra butter and extra cheese to things, just to try and boost him up. But I've allowed him fast food, not just on Friday. I'll allow him fast food during the week if he wants something for those extra calories, that extra fat. It won't hurt him. Some kids maybe, but not this one. His GI and his pediatrician even say this kid could benefit from a friggin' cheeseburger. So I've been doing that. But I'm really careful about his weight. I weighed him this morning. I'm weighing him every week in the morning before he eats anything. And he weighs exactly what he weighed last week. So he hasn't lost any, which is good, but he hasn't gained any, and I know it's going to take more than a week to gain any weight. But anyway, I digress. Big Dude and I were talking about stuff that we missed eating, or stuff that was really good to eat, and we decided we wanted meatloaf this week, and I was going to make meatloaf today, but I didn't have everything ready for a meatloaf, so I decided, well, we're still on this let's eat something different kick, so I'm going to make something I haven't made in a really long time. It is so basic, so easy. It's going to be made really, really fast. But we're going to make something from elementary school, guys. We're going to make Fiesta salad. It's kind of like Frito pie, but with seasoned ground beef instead of chili. I cannot stand Frito pie. I think it is a salty mess. But Fiesta salad, on the other hand, is more of a salad. It's like a taco, but instead of a tortilla shell, it's a Fritos. Fritos is your base. But I'm going to make that here in a little bit, and you guys can make it with me. I think I made it a long time ago on this channel. But just so we can have some visiting time, I thought I'd take you guys in the kitchen with me. I also wanted to make a dessert. I was trying to find something to make either a strawberry crumble or a strawberry pie or strawberry shortcake, because I have a few little strawberries that are getting a little, they haven't gone fuzzy yet, but they're getting a little. And then I had the audacity to buy some the other day because they were 99 cents at friggin' Winkle, these big beautiful California large strawberries, and I hadn't finished these. I honestly pushed them to the back of the refrigerator and forgot about them for a day. And on the second day I found them, and they were kind of, you know, looking a little suspect, looking a little neglected. So I want to make something with them, but I couldn't wrap my head around what I wanted to make. So I settled on a chocolate cream s'mores pie. I am not a fan of chocolate cream pie. It's too rich for me, as is chocolate cake. I can do a chocolate bar, like half of a chocolate bar, chocolate chip cookie, maybe one or two. But Oreos I love, but I can only do like 2 or 3. Chocolate is just too much for me. When I do desserts, I prefer a lighter something, like a banana pudding or a cheesecake. Not that that's light, but lighter in flavor, not so bam rich in your face. But anywho, but I know my big dude really likes chocolate cream pie. Little dude likes chocolate pudding sometimes. So I figured that's what I'm gonna do. And he loves marshmallows, so I figured that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully it works out. But let me show you guys a few things that I picked up where I was out today. I went to Dollar Tree. You guys, I was so excited about these. I was so excited about these. They finally put them out. I remember looking for them like crazy last year, and I couldn't find them. Not the Italian ice. They have all kinds, but I like the Italian ice, and I can only eat the pink box. I cannot eat that blue box because that blue box has kiwi strawberry, and kiwi will swell me up like a stuffed pig. So I got some of the Italian ices, and then we were out of, speaking of pudding, this kind of grab and go, grab in between meal kind of snack stuff. We were down to the last vanilla and the last tapioca, so I just keep these on hand. I keep them in the refrigerator. You don't need to refrigerate them, but I prefer them cold. I'm sorry I'm wiggling you guys. So I grabbed just some of those. These are so good. We really like these here in the house. I remember the first time I saw them, I'm like, what in the heckin' is this? These are so good. They cook up so yummy and crispy. So grab some of the Hungry Jacks. Some Cool Whip, because while I was at Dollar Tree, my thought process was I was going to make at least strawberry shortcake, but I couldn't find the stinking angel food cake. But this will be good with fruit. This will be good with these. It'll get 8. I grabbed 2 of these. These are always good to have on the freezer. In the freezer. For breakfast. I must have been thirsty because I grabbed this and I totally forgot I grabbed it. It's an Orange Crush in the Tall Boy edition, the Gangster Hood edition, okay? I grabbed an Orange Crush. I absolutely adore Grape Crush, but I wanted to switch it up some. I haven't had an Orange Crush in forever, so this is going to be my soda for the day. I'm so sorry I'm wiggling you guys because I'm at this angle. It's not as stable as you guys usually are on the other end. I grabbed some salt because I'm running out of salt in my salt shakers and my little salt box, salt jar, whatever thing I have over there. I'm running out. Now, because I am making fiesta salad tonight, I usually season with comino, garlic, and onion by hand. I grind everything. Every now and then I say, oh, screw it, and I use garlic powder and powdered cumin. But I don't want to do that today, okay? I don't want to do that today. So I found this Original Flavor taco seasoning. Now this brand has really good seasonings. Matter of fact, I'm going to open it and sniff it and see if it gives taco vibes. Because if it doesn't, if it gives like seasoned salt vibes, I'm just going to have to crush everything by hand. child, that is yummy. That smells so stinking good. Ooh, that is gonna be so good in my meat. Okay. What else is in here? Oh, jet puffed marshmallow puff. I'm going to attempt to layer this on top of my pie or my dessert. I honestly don't know if I want to make a pie because I don't know if I have the right pudding in the house. I haven't made a chocolate cream pie in forever. And I can't remember if I used the cook pudding or the instant pudding. And I only have instant pudding. So I might not do the pie in the crust. I might just layer graham crackers, pudding, marshmallow, graham crackers, pudding, marshmallow. I might do that. And then some little baby marshmallows on top. If, I gotta Google, a pie requires cooked pudding. Either way, we're going to have a s'more concoction. And I thought this would be a good addition in between for layering or on the top. So I grabbed that. Me and my sister, when we were little, my mom could not buy this. I don't know why she would buy it. But she would buy it, and then by the time she ended up wanting to use it, me and my sister had already eaten it by the spoonful. She used to get so mad at us. I haven't eaten since about 6 o'clock this morning. This is why. You don't go nowhere hungry. I'm diabetic. I have no business doing this. So this is going to have to wait until another day. And then because I wanted the top of my whatever chocolate dessert to be roasted like a toasted marshmallow. Don't laugh. I got a lighter. And I'm going to the top. And you guys, I don't need these. When is the last time y'all saw me cute? But the colors were so pretty. Matter of fact, it was just yesterday that I was watching old footage of Selena getting depressed. I don't know why I do that to myself. And I kept looking at the beautiful lipstick that she used to wear. And apparently one of her favorite lipsticks was the Chanel in the shade Brick. I don't think they make it anymore. And even if they did, ain't nobody gonna pay $48 for a lipstick. At least I'm not. Not even if the great late Selena wore it, but it's just this beautiful deep red, which I think suits my yellow skin tone, which is going in and out in this funky light. Ugh. And I told myself, look for a brick lipstick. Next time you're out, look for a brick color lipstick. You guys, LA Colors Tropical. They have a tropical line now. Tropical Bloom is the line. This is called Caribbean Crush. Do y'all say Caribbean or Caribbean? I say both. I catch myself using both. Caribbean, Caribbean. I like the way Caribbean sounds. Caribbean. I don't know which is the correct pronunciation. But anyway, this is Caribbean Crush, and it looks like a beautiful brick. And I'm curious. I want to see. LA Colors does not disappoint. Back in my makeup days when I could afford, you know, the expensive stuff, I loved LA Colors. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. Oh, it's almost, it's kind of a brownie red. Ugh, this light. It's kind of a brownie red. It has some brown to it. It's not as red as I would have preferred. But oh my gosh, that is pretty. Yeah, definitely not as red as I would have preferred. But that, I think, is going to work really well with my skin tone if I ever put it on. And then I grabbed another one called Bahama Mama. And honestly, I grabbed it because I like the name. Bahama Mama, I thought it was really cute. And I am fixated and obsessed with Tommy Bahama fragrances. The perfume line Tommy Bahama has. Oh, I love Tommy Bahama fragrances. And that's what I thought of when I saw this. So this one is more of a pinky, but also has, oh my gosh. It looks orange. Oh God, I gotta do some pretty lighting to show you guys these colors. These colors are beautiful. This has a lot of pink in it. A lot of pink, but it's not like Barbie pink, like, ew, Mel. That is so stinking pretty. I'm going to have to get into some good light to show you guys that. Okay, sorry. I got lid turned upside down. I got more bottled waters. Why I have a water dispenser is beyond me. I mean, I get the convenience of it. You don't have to get a glass and all that stuff, but I keep them on hand for little dude. What else did I get? Oh, I got these little stickers. I had been walking around in the store looking for something to decorate some shot glasses I have. They're shot glasses and they had little owls on them. But after so many washes and so many uses, because that's actually what little dude uses for swigs in the morning with his medication. He'll have a swig of soda or a swig of juice or something, and I don't pour him a whole glass because it'll go to waste. So we use these little shot glasses, and that's what he swigs down his meds in the morning with. Well, after washing them so much, the owls peeled off. They're practically gone. So I'm going to go ahead and scrape off the owls, and I was like, they're just going to be little clear glasses. It'd be pretty to decorate them some kind of way. Now, there were two options, quite a few pretty options that I thought about using, but it was between this and some really pretty diamond looking ones. And I decided to go with these. Yeah, that's everything that I got at the Dollar Tree. And then I walked next door to Aldi. And Aldi, I need to stay out of Aldi because I have yet to give in to the temptation in what they call the Aldi aisle of shame. At least that's what it's called online, where you go and you buy a whole bunch of unnecessary crap just because it's really well priced and it's really cute, like Target. I have yet to give in to the Aldi Hall of Shame, but I did find something I was actually in the market for $10 stinking dollars. I've never seen one for $10. It's this high wall kitty litter box, because somebody, I don't know what is up with this kitty cat. He is so exuberant. Is that the word? He's so animated and rough and wild and crazy with the litter box. You guys, it goes everywhere. I found a kitty litter on the counter. I have Lysol the snot out of the counter so often. He just goes to scratching and burying, and he'll be in there a good 5-6 minutes making sure he buries everything. You know, I applaud the kitty cat for wanting to be clean. But when, I kid you not, half of the litter ends up on the floor and then I have to sweep it and scoop it back and put it back in, you're doing too much. So I just have the flat pan thingy. And I thought of getting the enclosed one, the box enclosed one, but I was kind of scared because I don't know if Martin will be freaked out to go in there. And I don't want him having accidents or saying, I ain't going in that thing and going pee-pee inside, because I told y'all he goes boom boom outside. But I got to do something because it's ridiculous. So I'm hoping that the high wall will work. And at $10, if it doesn't, if he still creates a huge mess, then I'll just buy the enclosed one. But I thought that was a really good price. And then I picked up a few little grocery items there, and then a few little grocery items at the little Mexican grocery store. You want to see? I had pre-recorded this part of the video so that I could put my food in the fridge and the freezer. So you're going to hear me repeat some of the things in this little bit that I mentioned in the haul you guys just saw. Sorry. So I went ahead and picked up a few things at Aldi. I got a graham cracker pie crust. I'm going to attempt to make a s'mores chocolate pie. Chocolate pudding, marshmallows on a graham cracker crust. But I can't remember, because I don't like chocolate pie. I can't remember if the last time I made it I used instant pudding, and that's all I have in the house. So if it requires the cooked one, I'm going to have to figure out how to thicken it up a little bit so it'll set. But anywho, I got a graham cracker crust. I got some tomatoes, which is what I went in there looking for because I didn't want to go all the way to friggin' Walmart. And I was closer to Aldi than Winco. And I got some waffles because the other day my oldest was in the freezer looking for some and there wasn't any. So I went ahead and grabbed some for when those cravings hit them. And I got some mild cheddar and some Colby Jack because I get bougie sometimes and got to have some cheese with my grapes on a little bit of wine. Okay, and I ain't gonna lie, slice this kind of wedgie and throw a little dollop of marmalade or jam on it. Oh, so good. At the little Mexican grocery store across the way, I grabbed an onion. I grabbed their hot, homemade, still warm to the touch tortillas because, I can't be there without grabbing some. But I honestly went for Fritos because I am making Fiesta salad for dinner. Do you guys remember Fiesta salad from elementary school? I haven't had it in years, but I remember how much even little dude appreciated parts of it. And I know my big dude loves it, so what the heck. I wanted to make it. He was actually craving meatloaf and mashed potatoes. But I don't have enough meat defrosted for a meatloaf. So I'm going to use the pound of ground that I have defrosted for Fiesta salad instead. And then with that Fiesta salad, if little dude decides I don't want it, I can always make him a burrito. Because I made a fresh pot of beans, you guys, which is another reason why I bought these. Look at the pinto goodness. And I kept these so basic. Just a little bit of onion, salt, and pepper. That's it. Sometimes I add extra little things, but there's nothing like the next morning refrying the heck out of some beans and some bacon grease. And if it's just a plain pinto, little onion, salt, and pepper, it's the best. But yep, them tortillas are definitely going to get dipped into this caldito, the little bean soup. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to do that now because it's creeping up on my lunchtime. Okay, so the only other thing that I have to show you guys are a few things that I picked up at Black Friday on Sunday. Little dude wanted to go to Black Friday on Sunday. And I wasted my money, guys. Well, I wasted my money absolutely definitely on one thing because these friggin' cats are not interested. And it's super tiny. But back in the day, I had Black Friday also found a huge fluffy cat bed. And Martin never was interested in it. I sprinkled kitty litter in it. Not kitty litter. I sprinkled catnip in it. Martin was never interested in it. He'd make biscuits on it, but he never slept in it. Pretty little fluffy bed. That bed was last used with a little kitten that I was trying to save, Grace, and then she made Boom Boom in it. And I ended up just throwing it away because Martin never used it, and I don't know if I can wash the Boom Boom scent out for any cat to be comfortable in it. So I threw it away. Pretty little cat bed. I threw it away. And I found this one for $4 on Sunday. Very tiny. I'm like, what's going to sleep in here? A gerbil, now that I look at it, because I tried to put Bobo in it. And even Bobo's too big for it. But, yeah, total waste of money. Because neither cat liked it. Bobo jumped right out of it. Martin's not interested at all. But, it's another cute little pet bed that's not going to get used. So I wasted my money on that. And then for Bobo as well, not only is he overly extra with the kitty litter, he is overly extra with his food dish. I don't know what this kitten is doing, but when he eats, all of his wet food ends up smeared along the side of his bowl on the little mat. I'm so glad I put a mat under his. And his dry, because I leave dry out for him to nosh on throughout the day, sprinkled everywhere as well. I'm like, what is with you, kitty cat? So I thought, maybe the bowl is too small, and I found this. Now I'm thinking maybe these are too big. But it's an adjustable doggy bowl. It was brand new. I took it out of the box. It's from Petnimal. Okay? And it's adjustable. See how you can lift it up. Now it's for a dog. And it has 3 heights. Low, mid-range, and then high. For doggies, but I'm thinking I'm gonna put it at the lowest for him. But I'm thinking maybe if the bowl is deeper, he won't make such a dang mess, because that's ridiculous. But this was $4, so I think that was okay. And then the only other thing I picked up, there was really not much. Even little dude walked out empty-handed. Usually he'll find a tool or something. He walked out empty-handed. The only other thing I found, and I couldn't resist, and now I'm like, why? But it was only $4. Is this fake reborn baby doll. It ain't the real reborn. They're trying to act like it's the real reborn, but it's a total dupe. But she's so pretty. Comes with a little birth certificate, reborn nursery tips for every collector. And this is how you know that it's a fake, unless there was a Reborn in here. I don't know nothing about Reborn, so I don't know what the real Reborn box looks like, unless a real Reborn came into the box and then somebody just put this baby doll in it. But the baby doll was brand new. Okay, brand new. I put her little booties on, and I put her little diety on. But I don't know nothing about Reborns, but this one has a little voice box. I haven't put batteries in it, so I really don't know. Oh, you can see the colors of the lipstick here. See how one is more pink and the one that I thought was going to be brick is more brown? It's pretty from this angle. But anyway, there's a little voice box in there. I haven't put a battery in it, so I don't know if she cries or cusses me out or, you know, does a demonic enchanting spell. But the reason I'm saying it's fake is because I've seen Reborns. The whole body is latexy and wiggly, kind of gross. This one is just a pretty baby doll. And she was only $4, so I don't care if she's not a real Reborn. She's adorable. And I was obsessed with a baby doll at Walmart for years and years and years. It was a little boy doll. For years at Walmart, I wanted this baby doll so bad, but I felt foolish buying it. What am I going to do with it? But I fell in love with this, and it was a little boy. I fell in love with that doll, and I wanted it forever, and now I can't find it anymore. Not that I would buy it, but it was only like $15. I was obsessed with this beautiful little baby doll, and I wanted it. I never got it, and I went ahead and got this one. But the card says it's giving you instructions for hair care. Be careful with the hair because it could fall out. This dang doll ain't got no real hair. It's these fine little fuzzies that are printed on the little scalp. Ain't no real hair. So I know it's not a real Reborn, but I thought she was adorable. And the next time I'm at the thrift store, I gotta buy my baby girl some clothes. Okay? I don't know what I'm gonna name her. Back in my day, before I had a little girl, before I had little boys, some of the names that I wanted for a little girl. Oh God, am I in a midlife crisis? Is that why I'm buying a baby doll? It's menopause madness, y'all. Okay. Anywho, one of the names that I wanted for a little girl when I was PG with my oldest was Megan Elizabeth. So my oldest could have been Megan Elizabeth. And then for little dude, I was obsessed, and I still love the name, Sierra Rain. Sierra Rain. I know. Did I tell y'all a story about my baby daddy's new baby mama? When she hated me for those many, many years before we actually started speaking to one another and realized, hey, we ain't too bad. When I first found out I was going to have little dude, I wanted to name my son Jaden. And his dad said, no, I don't like that name. That is not a name for a Mexican. That's not Mexican at all. I don't like that name at all. And when I thought it was going to be a little girl, I wanted the name Sierra Rain. And he liked Sierra Rain. Had a little boy. He didn't want me to use Jaden, so I picked Kaylee. And I love that name. The meaning and all. I love that name. So it suits him. I look at him now, I'm like, you don't know Jaden. But when he got married to this lady who has my name, guess what they named their son? Jaden. And then years later, when they had their little girl, mind you, this is around the time she and I were not getting along at all. Guess what she named her daughter? I think maybe in conversation with the ex, he mentioned the name that I wanted for a little girl, which was Sierra Rain. But maybe something was lost in translation because she named her daughter Sadie Rain. I'm like, were you trying to copy and steal my names and got it wrong? Forever? Government name? Wrong. I don't know. I'm being a little petty right now. But I say all that to say that I don't know if I want to name this baby doll Megan Elizabeth or Sierra Rain. She kind of looks like a Megan. But she could look like a Sierra. I don't know. Y'all want to throw out some baby names for me? I think I am going through some kind of menopause mania. Oh gosh, what if I start buying a bunch of baby dolls? You know how some women become crazy cat ladies? What if I become that crazy doll collection lady? No, that's not going to happen because I'm scared of dolls. Not baby dolls. I like baby dolls, but other dolls, porcelain dolls, like those life-size dolls, the American Girl dolls, all that crap scares the hell out of me. I love Barbies and I love baby dolls. But anywho, I hope this isn't the beginning stage of some crazy old lady psychosis. But that's it. That's all we picked up at Black Friday. So I'm going to go ahead. It is so early, guys. It's barely going to be 1. I'm going to go ahead and have me some hot frijolitos and a hot tortilla as a little snack. And then I need to put up laundry. And then I'll see you guys in the kitchen when we make fiesta salad and see what kind of friggin' chocolate concoction we come up with today. Probablemente ya de mí te has olvidado, mientras cuanto yo te seguiré esperando. No me ha querido ir para ver si algún día que tú quieras volver me encuentres todavía. Por eso aún estoy en el lugar de siempre, en la misma ciudad y con la misma gente, para que tú al volver no encuentres nada extraño que sea como ayer y nunca más dejarnos. Probablemente estoy pidiendo demasiado. Se me olvidaba que ya habíamos terminado, que nunca volverás, que nunca me quisiste. Se me olvidó otra vez que solo yo te quise. You singing with me, kitty? And the kitty singing with me? Ay, it's clean. These are the little shot glasses. We're going to put those little black things on. See how the owls are pretty much gone on them. And it comes off just with a scrape of a fingernail. So I'm going to clean these up, and then I guess this is what I'll busy myself with tonight. Just thought I'd share the process. We're going to be crafting and cooking and apparently singing. I don't know if YouTube will allow that caterwauling though. I mean, I'm not using music, I'm just singing lyrics. And I tweaked it up a little. These are coming out pretty darn cool. I think they're going to be pretty with a little paint. We'll see. ¿Qué dirán los de tu casa cuando me miren tomando? Pensarán que por tu causa yo te vivo emborrachando y ándale. Pero si vieras cómo son lindas estas borracheras y ándale. Cada vez que vengo a verte siempre me voy resbalando. ¿Es que tengo mala suerte o es que me está lloviznando? Y ándale. Pero si vieras cómo son lindas estas borracheras y ándale. These are little songs we used to sing at Cinco de Malo celebrations and the Ballet Folklorico days. Anybody else out there used to do Ballet Folklorico? I think it was a requirement in the elementary schools that I went to, maybe because we were Mexican, I don't know. But every Cinco de Mayo was this big old to-do. We had our little folklorico dresses and roses in our hairs, dancing with stinky little boys. Se me cayó la cuchara. Anybody have any superstitions about a spoon falling? If the spoon falls bowl up, it meant something. If the spoon fell with the belly up, if it fell like this, it meant something. And if it fell like this, it meant that whoever the handle was pointed to was going to get pregnant. It's pointing that way. So maybe the neighbor's going to get pregnant. But anywho, see you in a little bit again. Okay guys, my belly is full. Tengo la tripa llena with my little beans and tortillas. Had a quick little lunch. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this little pie together. I am going to go ahead and try the pie. Hopefully instant is going to work. We'll see. If not, it's still chocolatey, gooey with crackers on top. Oh, I need some graham crackers to decorate the top. But anywho, this is what we're going to need. A graham cracker crust. If you want, you can put it in the oven for a few minutes to get it toasty. If you want, I'm not. Instant pudding. Again, if I'm wrong, do the cook kind. But we're going to try it with instant. I'm going to put in a little bit of Cool Whip in there just to make it fluffier and moussier and more delicious. Some Jet Puff marshmallows. If you don't want to use the cream, just use marshmallows. Milk for the pudding. Bowl. And a whisk. I could use a hand mixer, but I don't feel like taking it out. So I'm going to whisk for the 2 minutes. So let's get started with this easy peasy, hopefully breezy, chocolate s'mores pie. So we're going to rip open this packet. Pour in the pudding. Pudding. Like my nana used to say, el pudding y el pudding. No hay pudding. One of those songs, the first one I was singing earlier, is a song that me and my uncles used to sing to my grandma when we would all get together. She would love us to sing to her. I had some very musical uncles. But, yeah, we would get together in her living room and serenade her. She would love it. Till she moved into a retirement community, and then some of the little old people didn't like it so much. But some other little old people used to come and listen. But anywho, we're going to add 2 cups of this pudding. You guys, please don't consider me obnoxious trying to show y'all how to make friggin' instant pudding. I just thought it's something we could do together so we could visit. I got to whisk this for 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm thinking I should have taken out my hand mixer. But it's okay. It's okay. Keep my joints moving. Scrape them sides, make sure I'm not leaving nothing. Scrape the bottom, make sure you're not leaving nothing. It smells delicious. It's just like I said, it's so rich. Good grief. 2 minutes don't sound like a long time, but it is. Okay, now I'm going to let it set for 5 minutes and then we'll fold in half a tub. I'm going to do half a tub of Cool Whip. I'm going to break in or add in a couple of broken pieces of graham cracker just in case the pudding is too soft. It'll be kind of like a binder, plus add extra texture, plus extra yumminess to the pie, a little extra bite. No me queda más que perderme en un abismo de tristeza y lágrimas. No me queda más que aguantar bien mi derrota y brindarte felicidad. No me queda más si tu regreso y sería una imposibilidad. Y esto que no era amor, lo que niegas, lo que dices que nunca pasó, es el más dulce recuerdo de mi vida. Yo tenía una esperanza en el fondo de mi alma, que un día te quedarás tú conmigo. Y aún guardaba una ilusión que alimentaba el corazón, mi corazón que hoy tiene que verte como solo amigo. Y aunque viví enamorada y totalmente equivocada, no me importa, porque esto sí fue amor. Por mi parte, lo más lindo, el más grande amor. Y aunque siempre lo renuncies, para mí fue lo más bello. Kitty cat, are you singing with me or are you howling like dogs when people are singing terribly? I don't understand. This is twice. I'm in a very good mood, singing and all, and I am always nervous of good moods. Y'all know I don't trust happy, so I hope everything and everyone is okay. I'm going to go ahead and add these in just to give it, like I said, a little surprise, a little oomph. So I'm going to stir these in. And they'll get soft by the time it's ready to eat, so it won't be all crunchy and disturbing. But I'm just hoping it'll help bind it if it has other plans. Man, you know what would be good in here? But it wouldn't be a s'mores cake. It would end up being more like a turtle cake. I mean, a turtle pie. Some chopped up Snickers bars. But anyway, so there's that. Now I'm going to dollop in some Cool Whip. Okay. Honestly, guys, I'm just kind of winging it. I really am just doing something. I'm going to fold it in like you would a meringue, gently. I have no idea what I'm creating here. And like I said, at the end of the day, if it doesn't set and it's super goopy, it's still just pudding and stuff. Okay, so we're going to pour this into our pie shell. I think this is too much pudding. Oh goodness. I may end up having to make a parfait with the rest. I'm gonna add it to the edges because I still want to top it with the marshmallow cream. Yep, I have left over. I mean, that'll be a super big pie if I put that in there. So I think I'll make individual parfaits with this last little bit in here, because that's a lot of filling. Okay, so now I want to put this on, but I was playing with it earlier. It's pretty darn thick. I don't think it's gonna spread out the way I want it to. And if you microwave marshmallows, you gotta work super fast because it gloops up. So I'm gonna test a little in the microwave and see how fast it stays liquidy. Okay, this is 15 seconds. It's definitely easier to work with than it in the jar. So I'm gonna nuke it. I'm gonna nuke it and fling it on here. It might not be pretty, but it'll have all the elements of s'mores. Okay? Okay. Eek. Spread, little Smello, spread. Spread, little Mellow. Do I want to leave the edge exposed and then cover that with crumbled graham cracker? What y'all think? I think that might be pretty. We'll have the Mellows right here. My hands are clean, guys. And then we'll do graham cracker dust around there. What y'all think? I could have used a rolly pin, but I didn't feel like getting it out. This is one of those lazy mama kind of situations. So we're gonna sprinkle the edges. Now, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm gonna. Sprinkly, 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 sprinkly. Sprinklation of the marshmallation. Okay. Now this next step is where things can go real bad real fast. Okay, y'all. Y'all remember this? Hey. Oh heck, this ain't hot enough. Eek! They're catching on fire, y'all. I'm not getting that lovely roasted look. I'm getting fire and flame. See, this is what I get for watching all these dang cooking shows where they use their little torch. This is taking forever. As many of my other ideas, it's better in my head than in reality. Okay, so 50 million hours later, it has the look of roasted marshmallows. It smells amazing. I have no idea if it's going to set or not. I'm going to put the top on. I'm going to seal it up. There it is. S'mores chocolate cream pie. Now I have some leftover ingredients, so I'm going to make a little parfait cup. Do some pudding. Some Schmello cream. Oh goodness. More pudding. Try and use all of it for 1 cup. I don't want to waste it. More graham. The last little bit of my graham crackers. Go around the edge like the pie. Then pull out my big daddies. Cut it in half. Oops, that kind of looks like boobs. Maybe we'll just do one. And the other one for mommy. And there's a little s'mores parfait cup. At yours. Voila! Easily transportable for lunch or to have a snack while watching TV. Little parfait cup, guys. Let me tap the air. I'm going to wash my few little dishes, and then I'm going to relax a while because it's still quite a while away for dinner, and that ain't going to take long at all. The longest part of that is going to be cooking the meat. And with that taco seasoning I just bought, I ain't got to crush nothing, chop nothing. I'm just going to sprinkle that in and let her go. And it's real easy. It's a salad, guys. You just put a few components together. You steam some white rice. I already made my beans. And then you just layer. You just stack. So I don't want to keep y'all too long. But I'll show y'all the little basic easy steps. For those of you that have never tried it, it's really good. Especially in the summertime when you don't really want to cook, but you want something good. The most you do is steam some rice and make ground beef. You're not, you don't have an oven on and stuff like that. It's really good for summer. I think so. I always like it in the summertime. I seem to remember it more associated with summer. But I hope y'all got the gist of this silly little dessert. I wish I had better equipment to show y'all at better angles in here in the kitchen, but who we kidding? I ain't fancy. We post up where we post up. We're here on the ledge, on a candlestick. It's what we do. But I'll see you guys at dinner time. Okay guys, it is 11:24 in the PM, and I realized as I was trying to edit this video how long it went, so I decided not to do plate with me. I just did the whole little snapshot thing, but y'all get the gist of it. Y'all just add your components, layer, and eat. And it was good. Me and my big dude enjoyed it. Little dude tried it. He was kind of okay with it, but then decided he wanted his burrito, so he had his burrito. Then after dinner, I cleaned up. That is all clean, people. It's all clean. I cleaned up, swept the floor. I need to mop tomorrow morning. And then we settled down to watch Purge movies. There are 5 Purge movies in the collection. And little dude decided that we're going to watch one every night this week. It's his last week of school. I think he's excited. Because usually he's not for watching movies during the week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But anywho, so we did that. He's in bed. Everybody's in bed. I'm about to go jump in the shower and get in bed. But I'm having some applesauce because I'm old. It's so good. I did not dig into the pie. We have not cut into the pie because we gorged on dinner. So the pie will wait until tomorrow. But thank you guys for hanging out. I know it's a long one. I know it's a long one, longer than usual. By a few minutes longer than usual, but a lot of you guys tell me I don't mind the long one, so let me shut up so y'all can go relax and do whatever it is you're gonna do. But thank you guys for sharing your time with me, for sharing your day with me, for setting aside some time to hang out with us. I love y'all bunches. I really, really do. So I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. I hope you roll into a fantastic Thursday. Be careful with the weather if you're local. It's supposed to be rough tomorrow. Not sure. We were supposed to get torrential rains in my area, and we got a little bit of rain and some thunder. That was it. But stay safe, and until my next go around, you guys, I said it once. I'll say it a million times, and I'll say it one more time. I love y'all bunches. Bye.